Good day everyone, my name is Prince Vincent Oluwaton, and today's video we will talk about planning surveys in highway and railroad engineering. So highway surveying is a sort of land surveying that is often performed for government organizations during the planning stages of highway development project. So highway planning phase includes assessment of road length requirements for an area. It is necessary to assess first the area to study the data analysis in planning. Preparation of master plan showing the phasing of plan in annual or 5-year plans. Field surveying or field surveys will be conducted to collect the data needed to determine the length of the road system in order to estimate the road length needed. So, field surveys for collecting factual data are thus referred to as planning surveys or fact-finding surveys. The use of factual facts to plan might be deemed scientific and sensible. So, the factual study suggests to a thoughtful planning approach, and these studies should be carried out if the highway program is to be protected against inconsistencies and short-sighted policies. So, under in planning surveys, we have four following studies. So, first is the economic studies, second, financial studies, third, traffic or road use studies, and lastly, the engineering studies. So, first, economic studies. Economic studies is the estimates that studied in economic. So the details to be collected during economic studies are useful in estimating the requirements, costs involved in the project, and economic justification. So we have population and its distribution in each village, town, or other locality with the area classified in groups. And we have also trend of population growth. Population trend refers to change over time and can include changes in ranging behavior. So it is also to consider in studying economically. So agricultural and industrial products and their listing in classified groups, area-wise, industrial and agricultural development and future trends. Existing facilities with regard to communication, recreation, and education, etc. Per capita income gives us idea to the group of people living in the area and also the vehicle they use in their daily transactions. So, the second one is the financial studies. Financial studies are required to investigate different financial elements such as sources of revenue and how funding for the project may be mobilized. So, sources of income and estimated revenue from taxation on roads, transport. So, also the living standard. The standard of living refers to how successfully or badly an individual or group of people are able to meet their basic requirements and desires. A wealthy individual who can buy everything he wants is an illustration of a high quality of life. We need to discuss also the living standard to organize the financing capacity of everybody in the area. So, resources at local level, toll, taxes, vehicle registration, and fines. So, resources at local level, toll taxes, vehicle registration, and fines. As a result of the road tax, the expense of road safety and security is maintained. So, as a result of the toll tax is the most frequent road tax collected from cars. And note, the cost of the road tax is determined by criteria such as engine capacity, seating capacity, unladen weight, and cost price. And the vehicle registration for legibility and safety for passengers. So, future trends in financial aspects, the process of assessing the performance and um, appropriateness of firms, projects, budgets, and other financial activities. So financial analysis is commonly used to determine whether or not a company is stable. So the third is traffic or road use studies. Before any enhancement can be proposed, the aspects of the present traffic includes volume in and flow pattern must be understood. In order to obtain the following information, traffic surveys should be conducted throughout the area as well as on specific routes and sites. So, the traffic volume in vehicles per day, annual average daily traffic, peak and design hourly traffic volume. So, monitoring the specific event of an hour in the highway to have a better flow and control of vehicles in the highway. So, origin and destination studies. An origin destination analysis is performed to figure out how traffic moves through an installation on a normal day. They're important for long-term traffic planning, especially when the installation's purpose or strength is expected to vary significantly. So, traffic flow pattern. The traffic flow sequence pattern is a structured representation of traffic flow characters that describe the regularities that may be hidden in traffic flow sequences. So mass transportation facilities like airplanes, trains, buses, trolleys, light rail system, and subways are all types of public transportation. The phrase mass transit is frequently used interchangeably with with mass transportation. So accidents, their cause analysis and causes, future trend and growth in the traffic volume in goods traffic, trend traffic pattern, growth of passengers trips, and the trend in the choice of mode. So that's the under of traffic or road use study. So the last one is the engineering studies. All topographic, soil, and other issues such as drainage are detailed before recommending a scientific strategy or program. Construction and maintenance issues should be explored. So under of it of this is the topographic surveys, soil surveys, location and classification of existing roads, estimation of possible developments in all aspects due to the proposed highway development. So what is the topographic surveys? Topographic survey is sometimes known as a land survey or topographical land survey, and it is often referred to as contours. A topographical land survey determines the precise position and characteristics of natural and man-made objects with a given region of land. So in soil surveys, the goal of a soil survey is to map the distribution of different soil types, describes them, and interpret the maps in a way that may be used for land management and ecosystem research. Location and classification of existing roads can help to locate the existing roads and classify them according to their specific areas. So in estimation of possible developments in all aspects due to proposed highway developments, road life studies, and in traffic studies, origin and destination studies. An origin destination analysis is performed to figure out how traffic moves throughout an installation on a normal day. So they're important for long-term traffic planning, especially when the installation's purpose or strength is expected to vary significantly. Special, special problems in drainage, construction, and maintenance of roads need to maintain all constructions and always to monitor the damages so that it can lessen the trouble or problems. So now let's move on in preparation of plans. Before finalizing the road development programs, alignment, and other elements, plans should be used to display the information gathered during the fact-finding surveys. Typically, 4 drawings are created as mentioned in the PowerPoint presentation. So, we have Plan 1, Plan 2, Plan 3, Plan 4. In Plan 1, general area planning showing almost all existing details. Viz, topography, the existing road, network and drainage structure, rivers, canals, nalas, and etc. The population of towns and villages as well as economic, industrial, and agricultural activity are depicted on this map. Then Plan 2. This plan includes the distribution of population groups in accordance with the categories made in the appropriate plan. So we must also consider the population in the area and have a categorization based on their living, culture, and type of vehicle they use. In Plan 3, this plan shows the location of places with their respective quantities of productivity. In this plan can provide a connection in the area and highway, the location of planning, and the production levels. So, and last, Plan 4. This plan shows this existing road network with traffic flows and desired lines obtained from origin and destination studies of traffic. This strategy also include proposals obtained from other sources. So, concerned with traffic flows and want lines derived from traffic origin and destination studies. So, and now, in interpretation of planning surveys. So, before arriving at the final road construction program, the different details acquired from the planning surveys and presented in the form of plans should be analyzed in a scientific manner. The information gathered might be understood and used to the following essentials goals. So, to arrive at the road network that offers the most value among the main alternative system, to determine the priority of construction projects in order to face the road development plan of a region across various time periods such as 5-year and yearly plans, to assess the actual road use by studying the traffic flow patterns. As a result, this data may reveal of congestions that require rapid attention. So now, based on the traffic type and intensity and the performance of existing types of pavement and cross drainage structures, using the data and previous expertise, a new structure might be created. So comparison of the areas may be obtained on the basis of their economic activities. As a result, this data may point to regions where a road network is urgently needed. So the data collected in fact-finding surveys may be evaluated statistically for future patterns in an area's development, such as rise in productivity and population, which leads to increased traffic flow. This data might be valuable for future planning. So planning surveys is an assessment for highway development, strive to predict and analyze all possible civil impacts of highway system that include the planning, design, building, operation, and maintenance of roads, bridges, and tunnels in order to guarantee the safety and efficient movement of people and commodities. So that's all in planning surveys. So thank you for listening. Have a good day, everyone.